Okay, hello and welcome. My name is Louis, and let's get started. Let's bring this up here, make as much space as we can. I'm going to start with this note. Yeah. So let me click on Command and click in here to make a region. I want to make sure that everything is set to quarter note and quarter note and not automatic. If it is on automatic, click on quarter note and the automatic will go away. Okay, click out of that area. If you click, let me zoom out so you can see where I'm at. We're going to be working with 4 bars, so let me zoom out over here. So we're pretty much going to be working with 1, 2, 3, 4 bars right there. But I'm only going to work on 1 bar first. Bar number 1, right here. Beat 2, beat 3, beat 4, bar 2, 3. I'm sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 2, 3, 4. 3, 2, 3, 4, and bar number 4. That's just a quick, theory lesson. If you already knew that, then skip that and let's move on. I'm going to press the letter Z like zebra on the keyboard to go to the beginning. Okay. Now that I created a region, the region is down here in the editor window, which I opened by clicking this button to see the detail. It's like looking with a microscope inside this area. So now I'm going to click on one note here. I hear the sound. That's the note I want. I'm going to click on Command and click in there to make a note. My note already went to the length that I wanted it, but usually it'll make it about half the size. You can stretch it. You also have align to grid. That's off the top here. I'm sorry. I don't have the... let me see if I can find it for you. Control, show alignment, guides, snap to grid, all that good stuff. We don't need the metronome, so make sure your metronome is not on. And this is the inspector window. You click on that, and it will open up the inspector area for the track that you have selected. I only have 1 track, so that's the only track I have selected. Right now I have grand piano, so if I click on the information, the inspector window, pianos and keyboards, grand piano. I'm just going to leave it alone. That's all I want for now. I'm going to hold the Option key. I'm going to click and drag this note to create a new one. A copy. So if you notice, I'm only going to use B flat or A sharp, which is that one there. B flat or A sharp, and I'm just going to go move this one over. I'm going to create one more, hold Option, click and drag, put it again on A sharp, and I think I want one more, so let me scroll down. I'm scrolling down with 2 of my fingers, and Option, drag. Okay, so far, now I'm going to tap the letter C on the keyboard to make a loop in this area. So the loop section in this yellow bar, you can drag it to loop 2 bars or just the first bar. I'm going to hit play and see what I have on the first bar. Okay, that's all I want for now. The tempo's a little fast. Let's click in here and go to Project. Let's click in tempo one time. It's going to open up. I'm going to bring it down to 110 for now. I'm going down to 110. Okay, now I'm going to click back in the little tempo window. Now I want to go back to measures. Okay, now I'm back in measures. And the reason I made this is going to bring us to the part that's going to get all exciting here in a few minutes. But once you make these notes, I'm going to make a new region. So I'm going to click in here, hold Command or Apple, and click. And now we're going to slide over and work in this area. I'm going to make a new note. So I'm going to click on this one, go to Edit, Copy, and I'm going to click inside this region, and I'm going to hit edit, paste. What happened? It didn't paste in there because the note was from, I had the timeline in the wrong area. So I'm going to undo that by hitting Command Z. Now I'm going to go over here and I'm going to move this timeline there. Now I'm going to hit Command V for paste. And did that do it? Looks like it did not. So I'm going to, whatever it did, I'm going to hit Command Z and undo it. Okay. Let me make sure that I'll just make a new note. Okay. So I want the new note to be here, so I'm going to Command click. Okay, and I'm going to Command Option, and let me go in here. I want one more up here somewhere, so I'm going to Option drag that, click and drag. A sharp, and do I need one more? Let me see. I'm trying to make it just like this side. Yeah. Okay, so let me make one more. A sharp. Okay, so now I'm going to loop both areas. So I'm going to loop this here, and I'm going to hit the letter, let me zoom out a little bit here. I'm going to hit the letter Z to go back to the beginning, and I'm going to hit play with the space bar. Alright, so that's good enough for now. Okay, so now, here it is. Track 2. I'm going to track, new track, and I'm going to make it an instrument track. So I'm going to double click on this piano here. And I'm going to select drums, hip hop kit. Sorry. Alright, that's good enough. I don't want to edit it. I'm just going to leave it basic and simple. Software instrument. Alright, that's all I need. So let me close that inspector window, come here and make a new region. I'm going to click up here by clicking on Command and click. Now I have a region to work with. Let me zoom into that region. Now this is where it's going to get really cool. Let me slide that back. I'm going to make it just a little bit bigger. Slide it all the way here. Now I'm going to put a note here anywhere, so I'm going to Command click. Now I'm going to take this note and increase the velocity just to make it stronger, and I'm going to slide down, and I'm just checking the sounds. I'm just auditioning the sounds. Let me go down a little bit more. I like one of these kicks. Actually, that kick right there is pretty nice. So let me, now I want to throw a snare in there somewhere. So let's see, I'm going to Option click and drag this note, find a snare. Let me click and drag it now around. Actually, I think that is the snare. So let me slide it over here. And now let me loop just the one bar to see what that sounds like. I'm going to hit the letter, well, let me just go back to the beginning here. Okay, let's work on 2 bars. Let's put a new region here by Command click. Let's zoom out a little bit. Okay, now let's see what I'm going to do here. Let me move this one up. Let me see what that sounds like. I don't like it there, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to, instead of having this be at, let me zoom it in a little bit slide over. Instead of having that be at quarter notes, I'm going to change that to eighth notes. So now add one more bar there. So I'm going to move this one here and make it shorter. Okay, this one could actually, well, that could stay there. Let's see what that sounds like. Okay, I like that. So now I'm going to take this one and option drag it and put it, and now I'm going to drag it around. Well, I think that's the snare I'm looking for, so let's see. Yeah, I'm going to option drag that to over here. Let's see what that sounds like. One more. Let's see what that sounds like. Okay, I like that. Now let's move over to here, to this area. Let's make a note. Well, what's the velocity on that one? 113? Well, in here, I'll have to click and put a new note and change the velocity to 113. So I'm going to double click here, 113, enter. And then I'm going to play from the beginning. I'm going to go back to the beginning here. And let's see. Oh, it's got to move over a little bit more for the kind of style that I'm looking for. Okay, that's okay for now. Let's put some more kicks in here. Where's the kick? That one, and that note would be F. So let's go to F. Let's drag, click and option and click and drag this one. That way it stays with the same velocity, and put it on F. Right there. But then we're going to move it over to where I want it, and I think it might be there. I'll just have to listen in. Let me make this a little bit smaller. There you go. So I can see the whole thing. Go back to the beginning and go. Okay, I want this one right here. And then I'm going to put another one, option, click and drag, and then I'm going to go back to the beginning and say another snare back here. I'm going to click that, option, click and drag, put one there. Let's see what that sounds like. Go back to the beginning. Oh, too late. So let's bring it back this way. And we're almost done with these two bars here, and it's going to get pretty cool in just a second. Let me make it a little smaller so I can see the whole thing. All right, and play. And put some more of these over there. Option. I don't know if I should put two of them. So let me go. I'm going to press the letter Z like zebra on the keyboard to go back to the beginning. Hit play with the space bar. Okay, not bad, not bad. Now let's grab one of these here. And this is where it's going to get really cool. Here you go. I'm going to option click away from that. And I'm going to slide it over. That sounds like a hi-hat to me. Let's see. Yeah. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to option click and drag. Release, option click and drag. And then option click and drag. And then I'm going to shift and click and drag right here. And then I'm going to option click and drag to make 4 of them. And then I'm going to hit shift, option, shift, click and drag, and option, click and drag, and make, oh, I'm sorry, you know what? I couldn't, let me hit delete because I couldn't make more for this side. I guess I have to make that side new. So I'm going to, the velocity on this is 113. So I'm going to click over here, command click, and slide this one short. And the velocity is 113, so 113, enter. And I'm going to option, click and drag, option, click and drag. Sorry, bear with me for just a second. And then shift, click and drag. And then option. Okay. Now let's go back to the beginning and see what we have. let's get a little funkier than that. Let's do something like this. Let's switch this over to 16th notes, so we get an additional bar in here. Let me zoom in. Okay, and now watch how cool this is. We're going to get rid of. I'm zoomed in too much. Let me zoom out a little bit. There you go. I'm going to get rid of. I'm going to make this one shorter. 1. Bring that one there. Watch how cool this is going to be. 2. Bring that one there. 3. And then let's see what we have here so far. Remember, we're playing these two right here. So let's see what we have. Beginning, play. So we need one more of these right here. Option, drag. Let's see what that does to us. Okay, that's pretty cool. You're getting the idea, right? So and you could get funkier than that. You could switch this down to like 30-second notes, and then you could go here, delete that one, and then just click and put one there. And I'm sorry, hold on, because seems like delete that. Let's take this one and make it shorter, way shorter. Let's duplicate it by hitting Option, click and drag. And I'm just Option, clicking and dragging these right here. It's just, it's a little bit small, and I think I'm not doing a great job at grabbing them, but let me see what that sounds like, because I have to check that first. I probably want to move them and make something 1, 2. Let's see what that does. That's what it is. You just like play with it. Command click, put one there. How come that note is so long? Let's see if I can make that note. There you go. That's all I want there. And let's go back to the beginning, and that's kind of nice. It has like this offbeat kind of feel. Anyway, that's just an example of how you can get funky with it. Let me put this one in here so it doesn't sound too crazy, and maybe let me see here. Okay, I'm not feeling that much. Let me delete that one and slide these over. Slide those over to the end, and let me see what that does. It's just to give you an idea. And then, you want to add another track. Okay, so we're working in this area, which is down here on microscope, right? If I click on this here, you notice that this is no longer highlighted. This one is. So now we would work on this section. That's how you build a song section by section until you get, So say you got, I don't know, a piano lead. That's just, it's a corny one, but it's just to give you an example of what's happening here. And let me zoom out here and hit play. Let's do something like get rid of one of these or something. Let's see what that does. Okay, now you could even go down here and go to Project, take the tempo, slide it up to like 130 maybe. Let's just play around with it. Let's put it on 130. Click that again. Go back to measures, because if not, you won't have your measures. It won't be right. So click. Oh yeah, you know what I mean? Now you could go in here and do something funky like change this piano, right, to, let's open it up, to something else. What if there's, you can change it to like a jazz organ. Now that sound would probably sound different. Let's see. Just for the sake of this tutorial, let's leave it at that for now. And then you could go here and say track, and then go to new track, and then add another software track by double clicking on this piano here. And then you go here and add like something like a bass, deep brown. Let's start with this one here. See what that sounds like. Let me click and command click in here and hide this for a second, so I can zoom this area in. And we did the song on B flat or A sharp, which is that note there. Let me click on that and see what that sounds like. See, so if you put a note there, right, actually, you know what, bass is lower, so let me see. Let's click and command click in there and put a note, and let's just loop the one bar for now to see what we can come up with. I've never done this before. I just wanted to show you like the basics, and you know, with what I've shown you so far, I'm pretty sure you can take off from there. But let me hear what this sounds like. So you know, you could get funky with the bass option. I don't know. I'm just picking random crazy notes. Might not even be, you know, in key. Let me just put something in there. Let me see what happens. It's just an experiment right here. You know, and then you can get well, you know what? I don't like that bass sound that much. Let me see if let me just audition it and play and pick something else. Ooh, that bass sounds crazy. So, you know, you could do something like slide this halfway and then do something like, so it'll be like doom doom doom, and then do I don't know, something crazy. Let me see. And then you can go and add a new track and put like a track, new track, and then double click that again and make this track a string, like strings, and then put whatever, Hollywood strings, and put a click, option click in there, put a new region, option click, and put a string in there. Oops, what am I doing? I'm working in here in the piano row. I'm gonna command click. I'm sorry, I was hitting option. I don't know what that'll do. Let me see. You can do something like maybe have higher strings. Okay, and then have a whole bunch of these, like option. I'm just experimenting. You know, this is probably, you know, past the tutorial area that I really wanted to show you, but but you know, what the heck? This is you know, come on, click and drag down. There you go. I'm using the trackpad on this 15-inch MacBook Pro, so it acts a little weird. Let's see. This is an octave higher. Maybe I could do a harmony, but for right now, Shift and highlight all of these, and then Option and slide all these over. I don't know what this will do. I'm just experimenting here. So maybe I can grab these here and slide them down, and maybe these. Maybe move these up. And maybe make them punchier. Let me see. You know, so you build everything there. I think this is enough for this tutorial, so I'm going to stop right now. Let me loop these two parts and see what happens. So basically you get the idea, but you know, this part right here, especially the hip hop, the drums, you know, how you can just, you know, move it around, and if you don't like that snare, that's not the snare, that was the hi-hat. But where's the snare? Oh, the snare is right here. No, that's not it. That's the snare. But yeah, so if you don't like that one, you can, there you go. Maybe that snare would sound, you know, just throw it off. Keep that snare here, then different snare over here, and let me see. You know what I mean? You could even throw like a pickup snare. So that would be like, let me click Command in here, and then you can do something like this right before the snare, and the velocity is softer, so it's less noticeable than that one, which is 113. And let me see. See, it would have to be something like that maybe, or even here. Yeah, let's see. See how that happens? And I can increase the velocity on that one. Watch. So there you go. That's it for this tutorial. I hope you like it. I hope you enjoyed. Go make your own beats and have fun. Have a blast. I'm Louis Cosme. Peace out.